Hi Chetan,
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic, sir.
So Chetan, transitioned from medicine to management. How does it feel?
Feels pretty amazing, sir. I didn't think that this is something I would achieve in the time span that I did. So, feels awesome to be here.
Okay, so you have converted IIM Lucknow, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's start with your journey, how you enhanced your interest towards management since you are a doctor, right?
Yes, sir.
So please introduce about yourself.
So, I'm Dr. Chetan. My profile is 996. I'm a doctor currently practicing in Hyderabad. I did my MBBS from Andhra Medical College in Visakhapatnam.
Mm-hmm,
And as to what piqued my interest in
mm-hmm,
MBA, I did my internship during the peak of the COVID pandemic. So from this point onwards, I had the exposure towards the inner workings of a hospital, how a hospital is run, how a healthcare system is run.
mm-hmm.
And this is what piqued my interest towards management.
Okay. And when did you start your journey towards CAT 2024?
September of 2024, sir.
September of 2024. So
Yeah.
see, you are a part of CATway since then, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me how did you prepare towards all three segments like VARC, Quant, and LRDI?
I'll go one by one then, sir. VARC, I believe, was my strongest subject since I always believed that I had a good grasp over the English language in general and could comprehend well.
Mm-hmm,
But that also meant that I couldn't, overestimate myself. So I put in a lot of practice towards VARC as well.
mm-hmm.
Solved plenty of sectionals. I remember making bets with you about if my rationale for a current question was wrong, I would do two
Two more
sectionals as a
sets, two more
penalty.
sectionals. Yeah, I remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So doing that helped me a lot. The midnight VA sessions also absolutely. Just a sheer amount of practice that went into VARC
Mm-hmm.
is what let me score well.
So you scored a
DALR,
99.5 plus overall, right?
yes, sir.
So what was your sectional percentiles in all three?
VARC was 99.4,
Mm-hmm.
QA was 98.1, I believe, and DALR was 97.2.
All right. Yeah. So you were talking about the DILR phase.
Yeah, DALR was the one thing that confused me the most because it was the most, dependent on chance.
Mm-hmm.
When the right logic clicks in your mind during that exam time, you instantly solve the set. But when it doesn't, and you have to put the sheer amount of time into it, that is what can make or break a DALR sectional. So my entire logic for DALR was that I would spend 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes reading all of the sets,
Mm-hmm.
trying to identify which one was the easiest and start from there. Once I got one set done, it would give me a sense of confidence that, okay, I'll at least clear the sectional
Yeah.
cutoff. So I could approach the second and third set with a more, calm and collected approach.
Mm-hmm.
Quant, I believe, was my weakest subject since it has been like 10 years plus since I last did anything related to mathematics. But that's where Catway played a huge role. Balendra sir was behind my back, making me solve all kind of practice questions and whatnot. The sheer amount of practice that went into QA was staggering. Just the logic was QA was simple. I didn't have the luxury to say I would leave one particular chapter or something.
So.
So I prepared for all chapters in quant, and
Mm-hmm.
my only goal was to solve the easy questions first
Mm-hmm.
from whatever chapter they may be, and take the rest of the section from there.
So Chetan, results came and you opened your dashboard. It reflected 99.5 plus.
Yeah.
How was that
Yes.
feeling?
It was a feeling of absolute vindication, sir. Just the fact that the all of the effort that I put in was rewarded in an appropriate manner. It was just a feeling of fulfillment, vindication, like I said. The journey towards CAT was full of ups and downs for me. A lot of people were questioning my decision and, questioning whether moving to management was a good idea for a doctor to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at that percentile just cleared out all of the doubts in my
No.
mind. It told me that, okay, this is something that I can do and there is place for me in this sector.
So we had the discussions before CAT too, that why are you trying to go into this segment and all those things.
Yeah.
Right. All right. And then you shifted gears towards the GDPI. Calls started rolling in and you started your preparation towards the GDPI phase.
Yes,
So
sir.
how was that transition? Was that smooth or was that full of turbulence?
There was a little bit of initial, resistance in my mind, sir, because the prep for CAT and the prep for GDPR are so completely two different behemoths
Mm-hmm.
that adapting from one to the other, shifting that gear took some time. But once I got into gear, sometime in December or early January, once once I seriously started preparing for GDPI, that's when I understood the depth of work I needed to do
Mm-hmm.
to make myself ready for interviews. It was a completely new journey, a journey of self-discovery. Understanding myself was the first step.
Mm-hmm.
And I think going through that, like I said, it was a transformative journey completely for me.
Okay. And then the IIM Lucknow interview happened and all other interviews happened. What all calls have you converted till now?
I have converted IIM Lucknow, IIM Kozhikode, IIM Shillong, TISS, MHA program, and
Okay.
awaiting results for a few others.
So, Chetan, can you tell me some anecdotes that you believe worked for you in the interviews?
Sure, sir. The two of my best calls, IIM Lucknow and IIM Kozhikode, I'll use as examples.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they were two completely polar opposites of interviews for them.
True.
IIM Kozhikode was my one of the first major interviews that I gave. It was the best call at the time for me. So when I went to the Kozhikode interview, the first question they asked me was that, see, you're from a completely different background. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able to place you, what will you do? And the entire interview for 15 minutes just revolved around that one
That.
discussion. They kept grilling me on that, on and on.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried my best to remain calm and collected and answered as best as I could. IIM Lucknow, on the other hand, was a polar opposite. Lucknow was what I would describe as the perfect interview.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like pieces of a puzzle falling into place. The entire interview was something that you and I had already had by then, like 10 or 15 times. It was the exact same questions going in the right direction that I wanted the interview to go. So it felt very perfectly planned.
So you are a part of GDPI program too at CATway, right?
Yes, sir.
So how are your rationals towards that? What all things you liked and all those opinions that you have generated about this program?
The program I would say was very comprehensive, sir. I wasn't expecting this level of, step-by-step preparation to all throughout the program. Sitting down with you and other mentors, refining my answers over and over again, giving multiple interviews to mentors from various prestigious colleges was a great exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I made a lot of new friends as well with my batchmates, as one would say. A lot of diversity in the profiles. I learned so much from them. And in general, the overall attitude of everyone involved was just overwhelmingly positive. I would say the entire goal of everybody in the program was making sure that was able to convert their best calls and were just working with each other purely in a constructive manner. Felt great to be there.
So, Chetan, where do you see yourself after 2, 3 years since you are a doctor now transitioning towards MBA? That's the curiosity inside me. Where do you want to visualize yourself after 3 years?
3 years from now, ideally, my plan is to go back into the healthcare sector in a management position, sir. I would like to be manager for a hospital, running the admin department, running management, running the day-to-day operations of a hospital.
Mhm.
That's where I see myself.
All right. So, congratulations for all the achievements that you have, Chetan. CATway is really proud to have students like you who are full of dedications and giving their best to achieve all the calls. All the best for future endeavors.
Thank you, sir. It was my pleasure being part of CATway for this long, and here's to a long-lasting relationship between us as well.
True
Thank you.
that. Bye bye.